Some of you may have seen a video that my wife Mary shot recently about a project that I'm doing, which is the George Washington Patriot Knife, using wood from an oak tree from George Washington's home site. That's a real special project. I'm really excited about it. But what we're doing is we're documenting it from the start to finish. And what happened was, when I designed the knife, basically took the design that I had in my head and put it on paper, and that was the Patriot Knife. And so we filmed it, and there have been some people that have said that's not possible, that's a fluke, nobody can design a knife in a minute or two and have it be the knife. And I'm here to kind of just put that to rest by doing a little experiment or to show you something. And one of the things that we see is there's people on the forums out there that some of them think that I'm the greatest knife designer and greatest knife maker there ever was, and then there's people that think that I'm just a knife maker or a knife designer, one among many. And then there's those on some of the forums that if you ask them, I don't know anything at all about knives, and I'm not even qualified to call myself a knife maker, so to speak. So today, hopefully, we're going to show you what really does separate the upper echelon from the rest of the crowd, if you will. And one of the things that I've used as an analogy in a lot of cases describing people that attain to high levels of achievement is the difference between a major league ball player and a minor league ball player or a good collegiate ball player. They're all good, but the gap between a major leaguer and a minor leaguer is a huge gap. And having played pro ball, I can attest to that. It's gigantic. They look like magicians. They're so smooth. And one of the things that I think people, I guess, assign to that is they don't understand how someone can make something that's very difficult look so easy. And the point is that there are people that are that good in their trade. And having basically reached what I consider to be a position of authority on knife design and all that, maybe I'm at the top of my craft. You do something for 30 years, you get pretty dang good at it. And believe me, I can tell you about those pro ball players and that gap, and that's probably why I'm a knife maker and not a major league ball player. But having said that, one of the things that I'm going to try today is I'm going to try to design 10 knives in 10 minutes. And I've never done that before, but the thing about what I do is I can design knives well, actually very good, and I'm very confident in the designs that I make. In the beginning, I used to have to use protractors and angles and compasses and all those good things to design knives. I used to have to make cutouts to see how they fit in my hand and everything, and all that good stuff, and scissors and trim things and massage curves. And it's gotten to the point now where I basically can just nail a design right out of the gate, and I'm rather proud of that. And it's not only a good physical design, it's a good mechanical design, it's a good functional design, and a good tactical design. And the ergonomics are great on the knives, and I just can feel with my mind, so to speak, when I'm designing it. I know what's right and what's wrong. And in fact, the term Emerson ergonomics has gotten to the point where it's now throughout the tactical industry used as a term to describe things that feel so good in your hand that they feel like they were designed for you. And I'm rather proud of that. That's when your name becomes attached to something that's a descriptive term like that, it's because there's a reason for it. And I'm real proud of that. No other knife maker can make that kind of claim, that's for damn sure. So anyway, I just want to show you that I'm good at my trade, and that comes with a lot of hard work, determination, and effort. doesn't come easy. It's just that I've done this for a long time, and I've paid attention to what I do, and I've gotten pretty good at it. So I'm going to try and design 10 knives in 10 minutes here today. So, getting ready to go. What I'm going to do is, well, let me say this. There's people used to see Mozart. He had a big following, if you will, when he was still alive. And one of the things that he appeared to be able to do was spontaneous composition. But people didn't realize that, and what I mean by that is that he was able to compose music basically spontaneously with all the instruments of the symphony and all the registers and all that. And people were wowed by that, and they thought it was magical and all of those good things. But they didn't realize that actually Mozart had a photographic memory, and he'd already composed all of this music, and he was basically putting down what was in his head on paper. And it used to wow the fans, and you know, he was a showman and all that. So, on top of being a composer and artist. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and do 10 knives, 10 minutes, see what I can get out of it. Be granted that some of the designs already exist in my head, because I think about knives quite often. And so anyway, I'm ready to go. I'm going to do that. Get prepped here. Cheers. Got a stopwatch. Right now it's set at 0. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go, and I'm going to try and design 10 knives in 10 minutes. If I can make the stopwatch work. Off it goes. And here I go. This one is going to be based off the Roadhouse design. Put the curve in. This is a design handle that I call 2 fingers up front, 3 fingers behind, meaning there's 2 fingers in the first cutaway for the handle, and 2 fingers go up front in the choil area. I'm not the best at drawing round circles, but bear with me. Everything's going to have a wave on it, so we'll create a wave here. This is going to be a fighting knife, so let's put a nice bellied curve on this blade, bring her up. I'm going to put a nice clip on it. Nice curve coming back over the top. Put in a thumb button. Put the choil in. Let's do a swedge. Knife number 1. Another fighter. Again, the wave continues into the lines of the handle. Come down over the back. I always want my knives to be able to be held in a forward or a reverse grip with equal comfort. This one's going to be based on the 13. And this is a 1 finger up front, 4 fingers behind, with a nice turn down horn to capture that, the back of your fingers. That's a bad looking lanyard hole, but we'll fix that later. Okay, another fighting blade, nice belly on it. I want this knife to be low slung like a Roadhouse, so I'm going to move it down below. Again, a nice clip on the blade. Nice gentle curve over the top. Put that wave in. Thumb button. Another swedge on this one. And the grind line. Boom. Knife number 2. I gotta hurry. Okay, this one I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? Put the wave on it. This one's gonna be more like the OBS handle style. Bring it down around. Come under. No, I don't like that. That's not good. Let me bring that back. Better. That's better. Nice deep choil. Again, one finger up front. I'm going to put a belly swell in this one. Come around, make a nice little turn down at the end. It's almost got a little pointed end on it. Again, a nice fighting blade. It's about the right length. A little more generous clip on this one, bring it back. A little bit more pointed. Again, swedge. The swedge just seems to dress it up a lot. Let's bring that grind line up. Third knife. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm going to do. Let's go Spec War. Again, one of my favorite handle designs of all times. The Spec War, I don't know, there's just something about the ergonomics of that handle. It just feels so good in the hand that even on our kitchen cutlery that we're doing, I built a bunch of prototypes and had people test them, and the handle that was hands down style that people wanted, bring this down around the bottom like that. Okay, I like that, that's cool. Was the Spec War design, because it just had such a good feel to it. Again, I'm going to work on a little belly swell here, palm swell, and bring it back in a little return for a hook. Okay, stick it there and stick that. Okay, I'm going to go, I'm going Persian-esque on this one. So let's bring that blade up. Make it pointed. Let's bring this up. This, yes. There we go. I can tell where I came with this one. This one reflects the knife that I did for the Jordanian Special Forces. And it's a knife style, although it's short. The one I did was a big dagger, but it's got that upswept blade, kind of an Arabic design. They told me that was an indigenous design to their culture, which is what I reflected when I did it. There we go. Got that one. I like that. That's a cool knife right there. All right. Now I'm getting blades that are looking a little bit alike. I'm going to go with a little bit of gypsy flair on this one because I got to break out of what I'm thinking because they're starting to look a little bit redundant, if you will. Let's go gypsy. So gypsy needs a nice flow down over the back and a nice graceful arc. I don't know if any of you are Led Zeppelin fans, but Jimmy Page, when the band used to record, let me bring that around on the bottom. When the band, this is going to be one finger up front. When the band used to record the albums or the tracks, they'd record the music basically in its entirety, minus the guitar solos by Jimmy Page. And what he would do would be go back later. The guy was kind of a perfectionist, actually was a perfectionist. Where am I going with this blade? Gypsy, let's go, a lot of curves. Bowie kind of. I'm going to make this with an Elvish flair. That's Elvish, not Elvis. Okay, cool, cool. Bring up this blade. Anyway, Jimmy would go in and record the solo tracks sometimes weeks or even a couple of months later because he didn't want any of his solo, he wanted each solo track to be fresh and independent, so he didn't get any redundancy and similarity between his guitar solos. There's a nice little swedge in there. That's bad. I like that knife too. And you can do that with design. That's something that as a designer you really don't want to do. You want okay, I'm going to stay with Gypsy this. You want your designs to, of course, have a natural flow and maybe a signature look, if you will. Okay, let's bring this one down too. I'm still in the Gypsy motif here. For those of you who don't know, I've got a knife called the Gypsy Jack, which is a pretty cool little design, and I just like the way that knife flows, so I'm going to stay with that. But as a designer, you want to be able to refresh yourself. You want to be able to have designs. I'm going to bring this around and then bring it back just a little bit for comfort in the hand. Round that off with a nice radius. I'll probably have to replace that lanyard hole. It doesn't look like it's in the right spot, but that's a minor detail. This one's a little smaller, I guess, so I'll make it a little bit. I still like that pointed blade style, so let's bring this up. I'm going to make a nice long clip on this knife. Again, a pointed little devil. Nice and wicked looking. I like this one too. This is good. I like this. Put a swedge on this one. Bring this down around, finish up that ground one. Damn, I'm already at 11 minutes. I gotta get going. Okay, haven't done any Tontos. Tonto's a strong blade. Let's make a strong, nice strong handle here. Bring that wave down and that nice arc over the top of the handle. Bring this around. Down a little bit. This one's got that kind of wasp or maybe teardrop shape. You know I like that because if you look at the Commander and several of my knives, you'll find that a recurring theme on a lot of the stuff that I do. Let's put in that lanyard hole. Okay, strong handle. Finish out this Tonto blade. Okay, right about here. people look at the Tonto, or at least my Tontos, and they think that it's all straight lines, and in reality, it's not all straight lines. Most of the lines are actually a little bit curved, sometimes so subtly that it's hard to pick up unless you lay a straight edge on it. I like that. That's a good looking knife. Nice blade. Let's finish out the grind line on it. And let's put that swedge on there. Okay, I'm at 14 minutes. I'm going to call it 13 minutes and 56 seconds. So roughly 14 minutes. So let's count up. Let's see how many knives I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knives. So I did 7 knives in 14 minutes, minus actually 13 minutes 56 seconds. So that's roughly 2 minutes apiece. Now these knives, I'll tell you this right now, and the reason I'm doing this to show you is you're going to see these from start to finish. You're going to see these drawings. You're going to see the finished knife at the end. I'm going to lay the finished knife on top of the drawing, and you'll be able to see how close I was to nailing a finished design as far as proportion, blade being covered in the handle, all those good things, thumb buttons being centered on the choil cutouts. So I'm going to show, again, I'll show you these drawings. There's that Roadhouse Fighter. I like that. Here's the one that's Slicka C13. So, again, 2 minutes apiece, straight out of the gate. The finished knives will look just like these drawings. I don't have to do anything except maybe move some of those detent, or excuse me, lanyard holes around. Connect a few more lines on here, basically, because I see a couple places I didn't connect them. But that's it. So, can I design knives? I think so, and I can do a pretty damn good job of it. So, you know, for all of those out there that like our stuff, I thank you very much. And for the people that think I don't know a lot about knives, well, everybody's got an opinion. Let's just say that, and they're entitled to theirs. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.